Okay, welcome back. You are watching Co-op for Two. We've just finished playing Blair Witch Season 2, Box 5 of 6. And then we've taken a little 15-minute break, and we're ready to get started on the 6th and final box. 12 concurrent viewers, so 12 people have made their way from the previous stream to the current one. We ended on a real cliffhanger where Ed and James, the two co-hosts of the podcast, have finally been reunited. Ed, the believer, has found James, the skeptic, now probably a believer. And James has shouted out to him, get in the well, because the creature is coming. They've stumbled on some creepy house in the woods that shouldn't be there. And there is some evil wood spirit with glowing fiery eyes that is breathing down their necks. Will they survive? Emma and Ray are dead, have been strung up and cut apart. Rob, the old radio operator who turned into a creature, is nowhere to be seen. We don't know what's happened to him. He may very well be this creature breathing down into the well. All right, well, let's get out our 6th and final box here. I won't say I'm not a little nervous about this. I'm starting to think we're not going to get a happy ending here. In fact, I don't know how this guy's even going to talk to us now if he's down in the well. All right, episode 6. 9 items. We'll just put this aside. Okay. DJ says, I'm still going with my theory that someone put bath salts in the town water supply. Well, you don't have to go that deep, right? We're told there's opium in the soil. Whoa. All right. We've got a black envelope, unlabeled. We've got a necklace bracelet of keys. TSAR. And we've got a very heavy stone carving. That's very creepy. And we know these letters here. What are these letters? E. Is this the 9? What are these letters? H-E. This one's a little odd. If this is our double circle, it's an L. H-E-L. Oh, confusing. Is it saying hell, but there's only one L? If it's the 9, this is our H. This is our E. The 2 circles would be an L, but then there's this little curvy curvy one, which we don't really have a letter for that right side up. So I'm not sure, but that's very creepy. Very heavy too. There's a whole stuff about this thing transforming people. This looks like someone whose head is transforming. All right, let's put this aside for now. Let's start with our... There's not... Normally we get a nice white page that's typewritten. This one is not. Investigator, my name is Harriet Gillard. I understand our friend Edward Barrett told you about me. I'm writing because I have reason to believe something terrible has happened to him. I found Edward's backpack in my yard, which juts right up against the very woods he vanished into. The woods I can hear whispering at night, the woods I can hear attempting to lure me with my husband's voice. I fear that it may soon start whispering to me and Edward's. I tried to find out what happened, but there's a horrid evil energy attached to Edward's things. That's the only way to explain it. I attempted to transcribe a tape of his I managed to play, but by the time I was finished, I felt so overwhelmed I could do no more. The rest of the materials I found inside his backpack. Horrible possibilities flitted through my mind as I tried to imagine where this came from and what happened. These documents must tell Edward's story, but I simply cannot get through them. It seems to be inviting disaster. You've been helping him so far, so perhaps you can help with this, but I hope you have a strong stomach, considering what else is inside. I tried my best to try to curb Edward's insistence on meddling and then to arm him against the woods when I saw he would not be deterred. He claimed he understood what we have here in Burkittsville, that he knew how dangerous this place is, and yet he persisted with his investigation. I've lived here all my life, and I've seen what happens when people, especially outsiders, don't take our woods seriously. I fear it's happening again. I was able to discern one clue that may help you on your journey. After I found Edward's backpack, I attempted to track him down myself. I went to the motel, I called his telephone, and when I eventually ran out of options, I tried his website address. There's something there, a video I'm not quite sure how to unlock. If you can, maybe you can find out what happened and why his things ended up with me. I found the password among Edward's papers. Go find out what happened and stay safe. I don't want the woods to get you too. They have a way of affecting those who pry, even from afar. Okay, well, let's go to the website and watch this video, even though I'm kind of scared to. All right, so we need to go and open up, we need to log out of the website and log in with the new password. CHUTHUNYA. Whoa, it's all glitched out. Look at it. What's happening? The website is glitching out. All right, whatever. Just get out of my way here. Okay, website's glitching out. If we go to for investigator, so are these 3 new? Super neutral recording, what's this? Okay, this is new. This is making me nervous. All right, here we go.
Welcome to Super Neutral, the paranormal podcast that pits a believer.
Really?
James, say your part.
What the hell for?
Can you just say your part, man?
No.
For me,
What's there to be skeptical about anymore?
yeah. And you think I'd be happier?
Walking isn't gonna work. Hasn't worked. So what should we do?
Salt circles? Some sort of appeasement?
You don't know?
I thought I did. And I thought I knew what... James, I thought there were rules. And I thought we knew them. I always wanted you to believe this stuff. And this is what it took.
All right, so the 2 of them seem to be walking around the woods alive. That's great news. We've got hope to save them. They're not dead yet. Okay, that was the recording that I guess they uploaded. If we click on video, it looks like we're going to be able to watch it. Okay. Let's watch it together. Hold on, I can't hear it. I need to find out why it loses audio.
This way, Ed.
It wants a password to continue watching the video. All right, well, that's what we were told. Is that what we were told? She found a video she's not quite sure how to unlock. So I guess we could see the little bit of it, and then the rest of it is password encrypted. Okay. What was the other transcribed audio? What's that? What is transcribed audio of what? Is this of the video? Surely not. Transcribed audio, but it's an audio file. What is that all about?
Think it's still out there? Did you see it? What is it? Is it the witch?
I don't know.
We've been down here for an hour and we haven't heard it. I think it should be okay. Is that on your neck? Are you hurt?
It's nothing.
Now,
Oh, the
let me take a
mark.
look at it.
I said
He's
it's
got-
nothing, Ed.
He's got a mark.
Okay. Fine. I'll leave it.
That's not good.
How long have you been out here?
A long time.
Are you okay to climb out?
Yeah. What?
Give me your hand. I'll help you up. You gotta see this.
What?
The house.
Ruins?
How? How is it ruins?
Because it is. Or it will be. Or it always has been.
I found Emma. And Ray. They're already...
I know.
What happened to them?
She got them.
She? You mean the witch?
Or a servant.
Look, there's someone on the outside, James. They can get us out of here. We can come back for Emma and Ray. Right now, we need to just get out of here.
Outside? I wouldn't count on them. Nothing can get out.
Why not?
The only way we can get out is if she wants us to.
Look at me, James. Look at me. Whatever she is, we can beat her. As long as we do it together. All right?
It's her. She's coming back.
Run! Run!
All right, well, that's pretty scary. I don't know why this is called transcribed audio. Maybe we'll see. Maybe that'll be explained. All right, so, but did you catch the part where James had a mark on his neck? Like, we read about how the marks are the marks of the witch and makes you're going to turn. That's a little scary. So, okay, let's continue going through our documents, although Jonathan says we should also look at the forum post. Let's do that. But here's the two boys. These look like they're going to be our podcasters, right? Ed the believer and James the non-believer. They've got a map. Our first search for monsters. Ed says, give this to the investigator. Interesting. All right. Maybe we should do what Jonathan said and look at our last forum posts before we move along. All right. So we still have the video we don't know how to open. But also on the glitched out website, we have the message boards. Okay, let's see if there are any new posts. Whoa! It's all been scrambled. That's creepy, huh? So we can see their names. Guys, I think Super Neutral got hacked. Whoa, this is actually hella cool. Is the Blair Witch episode coming soon? It's been a minute since we got an update. James, if this is a joke, tell me. I'm worried. I've been trying to reach you for days. Please call me back. Good morning, boys. Oh, good marketing, boys. I don't like this. Rebecca says, if anyone hears from James or Ed, please post an update. I have heard from him since he arrived in Burkittsville. I'm sure everything is okay. It's probably just some technical malfunction. Or Ed got arrested again, like when they went to look for the goatman, or maybe the witch got them. Dude, you're gonna get banned. Sorry. I'm finally finished. Who is this Joker? She wants you to see. That sounds like it's Rob, the servant, saying, I'm finally done with my work. Oh, here it is. This person again. She wants you to see. You have to do what she tells you. 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 Whoever this is, it's not funny. Ever think this is kind of messed up? Stop, please. Then this person writes again, I'm finally finished. Now they're writing again. Beware, beware the towering man, for lure and catch and kill he can. He lurks so deep within the wood, you'll have no worries if you're good. But if you venture far from home, if deep into the woods you roam, you'll see what seems a moving tree coming towards you. That is he. On children naughty, glum, or mean, in their demeanor he is keen. He draws them in with clever tricks, then snaps their necks like brittle sticks. Best keep your eyes upon the path, unless you want to taste his wrath. For stuffing children in a sack, the man was stretched upon the rack. His final words he yelled so loud, I hope my deeds have made her proud. He was cursed, bewitched, his heart turned black as pitch. She tore off his skin, wrapped him in bark, and gave him powers of the dark. The towering man you cannot fight, your only hope stay in the light. Cut it out, creep. What's done is done. Wow, you're getting banned. Please stay out of Burkittsville. I don't know exactly what happened, but it was something bad. I don't want to see anyone else get hurt. Please, outsiders, stay away. Burkittsville, Burkittsville, and DM me right now. I need to know what's going on. Come, 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 come into the night. You're officially reported. Oh, that's creepy. All right, so the spirit is here on the website and is posting all kinds of creepy stuff about us. There's Ed and James. Okay. Oh. All right, and then here's Ed and James. They knew each other when they were kids, and they're doing their first search for monsters. All right, let's continue on here. These were pages that James was using to write in. I have to remember we got this gig because we could handle it, because I could handle it. How long have I been out here? Days, hours? I don't even know anymore. No Ed, no Ray or Emma, but I've been dreaming about them, or I've been hearing them. All I know is I'm done. I can't shake this feeling of deja vu. That doesn't make any sense. I've got to keep it together. Good things I have going for me. I'm still alive. I'm not sick. I'm not injured. It doesn't look like rain. Something's wrong with this place. Where are all the animals? But if there are no animals, what am I hearing? South when I get the strength. Beck is probably worried out of her mind. I just need to rest first. Are my shoes getting smaller? I thought I was wearing them out, but they barely fit now. What kind of stupid trick is that? I hate these words. Oh, his limbs are getting longer. All right. And then we've got some messages from the spirit that's inside him. He is transforming into this creature here. Okay, what have we got? OR 4 AM. That's our I think. Or am I GETTING? Or am I getting, this one's a rare one. Which one is this? That's B. B I G. Am I getting bigger? Or am I getting bigger? His shoes don't fit, it's a trick, or am I getting bigger? Yeah, he is turning into the forest creature. Keeping track, more symptoms. My legs are killing me. Feels like muscles are stretching, hands and feet tingling. But that's just dehydration. Considered an illness, injury, both? There's a simple explanation for all this, for why I'm hearing them. Occam's razor. Got to keep walking, though. Doesn't matter if it hurts like hell. South towards town. Resting now. This is pointless. Good thing. Still alive, doesn't look like rain. I would literally kill someone for a cheeseburger. They taught us which mushrooms to eat in Scouts, but if I get it wrong, I'll die. Okay, and then he's got another message here. What have we got? That's our I, and then this one is M. I apostrophe M. And we've got A, O, P. Maybe that's not an A. That's a, I am not. I think that's an N. I'm not. Then this is our G, O, I, N. I'm not going to. This is our J, D, I, E. I'm not going to die. Where did Emma put that guide? If I close my eyes and listen, will her whispers tell me? That's the guide about what mushrooms to eat. Our forestry guide we have. Another one. Am I hallucinating? Ed said something about opium. Can't remember. There was something about opium and dirt, like the Salem witches, right? It wasn't witches. It was mold. Mold, fungus, same thing. Moldy bread, mushroom bread, but they ate the bread. And I didn't eat the dirt. Did I? Maybe I did. I'm so hungry. Next page. Am I hallucinating? This page 1. Am I just hallucinating? Hallucinating and running around the woods, freaking out over nothing. Not running around, walking. Am I walking? Is that what I've been doing? Or am I just lumbering around in circles? Circles, is that what this whole thing is? Never ending? I see the same tree, then the same tree, then the same tree. Over and over and over. Why do I even bother walking anymore? Then we've got some text. Not sure what this is about. Oh, this is a quote here. Okay, it's a quote. And then we've got Y, O, U, U. And this is our B, R, O, U. G, H. You brought us. O, You brought us out here. You brought us out here. In quotes. Then it says CHA. Is that right? THAT. That's WH. That's not a Y. WH. WHA. That's what THEIR. This is VOIC. That's what their voices. SA. You brought us out here. That's what their voices said. Another one, someone's reading my things, writing in my thoughts. No, the opposite. There was someone, wasn't there, a long time ago, or maybe yesterday. This morning there was a house. He took my pages. No, what am I talking about? It must have been a dream. I think he's talking about Rob. Like the one I had the other day, or was it just now? Was I asleep? I must have been. I remember being tall, remember running. No, not running, loping. Then I came back here. But which is here? Is it the same here as the here before, or the here before that, or the one before that, or another one? Their voices are telling me. Their voices are telling me it's a all. Then is that our, that's our H. It's all HER. It's all here. Are telling me it's all here. That there's no way out. Where did I put my teeth? We've seen 3 men now turn into tree creatures. Gotta check pockets, bag, behind the ears. What am I doing? You can't put teeth somewhere except WHE. Can't put teeth somewhere. Remember, we've got teeth, so we should pay attention to any comment about teeth. WHE N E. Have I got that one wrong? When THEY when there SO SOMEELSE. You can't put teeth somewhere except when there's someone else's. Yikes. Next line. Emma. SA. Emma said they're happier out here. That I-S-H-O-U-L-D. I should stop. No, I should stay. Stay. W-I-T-H-T-H-E-M. That I should stay with them. Wherever you are, the one corrupting my words, I know you're out there. Okay, and then this translates to if, I think, yeah, if W-E-R-E, if we're all D-O-G-E-T-H-E-R, we're all together, W-I will we, this is our B, I believe, will we be, is that our K? No, not a K. Will we be H A, that one is our P, isn't it? Will we be happier? If we're all together, will we be happier out here? We're all together, will we be happier here? I can hear you whispering in the dark. I'm on to you. I'm the super in super neutral. If we're happier, if we're all here together, will we be happier out here? When was the last time I slept? I'm so tired, but so alive, like I've never been before. Not ever like I could fly. Is this what being dead feels like? Oh boy, this is creepy. Good things. He's still alive and it doesn't look like rain. And then we've got some more code. Okay, we, H-A-V-E, we have to do W-H-A-T S-H-E, she, T-E-L-L-S. I can now translate this without looking it up. What she tells us, we, H-A-V-E, what we have to. Okay, we have to do what she tells us we have to. Good things, nothing. Page 3. It's going to happen. I can't stop it. I can hear her voice. Okay. I-N-N-T-H-E-D-A-R-K. I can hear her voice in the dark. It's my fault I didn't listen. Ed was right. I thought I could handle it. Beck, please forgive me. That's his wife. And that's it. All right. Boy, that's a creepy story, how he's being transformed. Oh. All right. And we've got, let's see what else we've got in our documents we haven't looked at yet. We've looked at the website other than the video. We still need to find a password for the video. I should have been thinking about that while translating. That's James's note. Here's our transcription from the MP3. So we've got a dot matrix printout. We have a map of sorts with some notes. This is where it will live. I can find her if I look somewhere. I don't know what this is. Looks like someone being chased by this creature. And then a similar piece of paper. The whisper said to give you this. The walls must surround the tree. The fingerprints. Fingerprints. This is where it lives. R plus H. That's going to be Rob and Harriet. And then I don't know if we're supposed to open this. The walls must surround the tree. There are some marks on this. That aren't on this side. And it looks to me like, from looking at this and this, these look like the symbols, but it looks like maybe they're meant to be combined like this. So that's our E. That's our L. And this is our P. P-L-E. P-L-E. Okay. I guess we will. I transcribed what I could. I hope I did so correctly. I hope it helps you. This is Harriet, I think. So I wonder, this is the thing we have the audio for. I wonder if maybe there's some discrepancy between the transcription and the actual audio. That's important, or maybe it's so important that we should have a printed document. Let's come back to this. I want to look at these two things first. Okay, the whisper said to give you this. There's a handprint with a tooth on it. That's what it looks like. Look, handprint with the tooth. I wonder if, like before, what we've got is that we've got 3 extra letters, P-L-E, and then we combine with these to make an anagram. I wonder if these letters combine with the PLE. Let's write out these letters from the teeth. So we have P, R, A, S, and then P, and L, and an E. I wonder if these combine I mean, these can anagram to star. Do they combine with the PLE? I wonder. And then we have these, but there was some theory that maybe you look through this to get something. All right, well, let's put that off for a minute because we've got more we can decode. Let's see what this map is about. What are we looking at here? It's a map. This person's being chased by the tree creature. These are weird little curvy branches. I'm not sure I understand what this is. What is this? Can we kind of see, can kind of see through this? Almost like it's hiding a word in these black marks. But what is this? Okay, I can find her if I look. Let's translate this. I can find her if I look. IND into THEDARK. I can find her if I look into the dark. I can find her if I look into the dark. You might guess that dark would be a password, or into the dark. This is where it will live. If I look into the dark. If I look into the dark. Yeah, that's got to be a clue about looking at that. Let's see if we can't get some words to pop out of this. Look into the dark, huh? Look into the dark. What is this? Is it possible something here is telling us what to look at? Look into the dark. I mean, I can kind of see that there's something in there, but I don't know how the hell we're gonna actually pick out words. I can find her if I look into the dark. Doesn't look like there's any glow in the dark stuff there. Huh. I'm not sure what to do that. Let's look at the back of this. Need more water, easier access near the Daventry waterfall. No, she says that's someone else's territory. Fewer trips to town now. Too risky. Better soundproofing in the basement. My screams don't echo enough. I know there's one. At least 100 rings of stone. Dig deeper for the well. Good stonework will outlast damn near everything. Stone, mortar, new shovel, rope, food. Can't forget again. Get this done. Then she says she'll let me get helpers. This is from 1939. Sounds like this person is following instructions from the witch. Look into the dark. Jonathan says, could this just be a hint about opening the black envelope? I'm a little scared to open this, to be 100% honest. Maybe we'll wait till we come back, but it's possible that this is just a clue about this. Is this like where to go? But does someone think they understand what this is? Like, what is this supposed to be? Like a frame? Like it used to be on a post? Oh, it's the house, says Logan. You think it's a top-down view of a house? These are steps. It's that house behind us? It's kind of strange. I guess it could be a house. And that's the well? Is that the well there? In the house? And the petrified tree? Creepy. The walls must surround the tree. The walls must surround the tree. Are we meant to build a wall around the tree? Let's see. Chad says, Jesse, could you use the zoom cubes on the house? It might be easier to make out. Okay, maybe you guys can see it better if I use the cubes on it. Let's do it this way. Oops. Place the third house. Place the 3D house on the map. Does it fit? No, the 3D house is much too big for this. But you're asking, is it, what about if we put it here? That's an interesting idea. The walls must surround the tree. It is interesting. The idea that we could make this house and surround the tree. I mean, we could definitely put this over here, putting the walls around the tree. If we followed this, there are handprints, and we know there's handprints in here. What did this text say again? I forgot what that said. All hope shifts to despair in the woods. Okay. There are little stone walls in that illustration. Little stone walls in that illustration. I think you already figured out by folding the picture into a cylinder, you surround the tree with walls. Yes, that makes a little more sense. All right, so I pointed out that these look like half of letters if we fold like this. Then we get letters PLE. But what would we do with this? The walls must surround the tree. Okay, I think this is just a clue to do this. I think that's it. Okay, that makes more sense. I think that's just a clue to fold it around. Don't you? It's not meant, we're not meant to do something else with it. I think it's just a clue to go like this, which we've already done. All right. Jonathan says, I agree, you already solved it. Okay. Fold the map with the house to connect the roads. You think there's something happening. Well, I'm not sure what you think is happening here, but why don't we take our break here? We'll come back. We still got the transcript to read. We've got the black envelope to read. And we've got the password to figure out for the video. I'll see you in 8 minutes. We're back. Chat says, I did notice if we added the letters on the figurine to the other letters, we might get some meaningful words. The only thing, so Marco is saying if we add these letters to our list of TRAS and PLE, then we get enough letters to make some meaningful stuff. TRAS was on the teeth. PLE was on the wrapped page. The problem with this one is I don't know what this seems like a little bit of a confusion here. Like this one, I think we have down as an H. And this is clearly our E. The problem is this one, because these two O's like this should mean an. Why did I write an R here? H-E. This one is a little confusing because we normally have two O's as an L. But this, we've got this little extra curl here, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. So Marco, though, was saying, like, if we're combining letters from all of these things, then we have this full set of letters. What can we make with these? I mean, we've got help. We've got please, Please, S-E, but then we only have TRLHL left. So I'm not sure yet. Let's put that aside for a second. I can find her if I look in the dark. So we were going to pursue the idea that that might be about this black envelope, which I'm scared to open, but we're going to have to open. So let's just bite the bullet and do it together. Let's just make sure it doesn't say this is the solution. No, it's clearly not the solution. It's torn up letter fragments. Don't see anything else. Okay, let's reassemble this letter here together. Looks like it's to James. Is it double-sided? It looks like it's blank on one side. Okay, James. To James from Ed. It's not exactly complicated to reassemble. Why was it in this black envelope? We don't know. Okay, let's see. James, I'll write this the way we used to, how we first figured out how to hide things, so only you will be able to read it. I don't know who, and then it's all code here, is, but I know something, it's hiding something. I think it's going to try something, but I don't know if I can bear something, something. If something happens to me, I don't want you to blame yourself. We'll be together again soon, Ed. Okay, so we've got a code here. It looks like it's a Caesar cipher or a substitution cipher. I wonder if, but I know I'm thinking that R is an I. I know it something, I know in the TH apostrophe G, so that's almost certainly an S or a T, I suppose. Let's see if we can't get lucky here. If it's a Caesar cipher, you only have to get one of these letters and the rest will work. So if that, we've got two two-letter words. That's why I'm thinking that R is either an I or an A. Of course, it could be just an arbitrary substitution cipher, in which case getting one of the letters is not going to be good enough. But let's see. If R goes to I, then G goes to X. So that doesn't work. How about if R is an A, then G goes to P? That doesn't work. Is it an arbitrary cipher? An arbitrary substitution cipher? It's not likely. How about on, of and on, R goes to O, G goes to D. Huh. Surprises me. Let's see. If H goes to D, P goes to L. Here's another RG. BLFI, BLFI. What about what about an at bash? Is it reversing? R goes to I. That makes sense if it's an at bash. G goes to T. That's what it is. It's at bash. Okay, I thought that R was an I. Now it makes sense, though. It's not a Caesar cipher. It's an at bash cipher. Okay, it makes sense. Let's decode it now. All right. I don't know who. Can I zoom in a little bit better? Yes. Okay. I don't know who GSFH TH U TH. Sorry. R is next. It's an I. And F becomes. Sorry. What's going on? Why am I doing such a poor job of this? GSRH TH YS. I don't know who this. K goes to P. V goes to E. This is going to be person. I don't know who this person. H goes to S. R goes to I. G goes to T. T. I. N. G. I don't know who this person sitting A C R O S sitting across from me is. I don't know who this person sitting across from me is. ING. Is this code? R M C. I'm going. I'm not sure what's happening here. To try. No. Continue here. I'm not sure what this. Oh, is it because I've got I've got it misaligned. I don't know who this person sitting across from me is, but I know. RG becomes I. We could probably type this into a program. Can't we? Can I find, can I do this easier? Let's see if we can't do this easier. Let's see if we can't do it here. Okay. So let's do it this way. Can you see it okay? Okay, so R, G, R, H, M, apostrophe, G. Really? You can't do it as I'm typing? I'm not gonna, you're gonna have to do it better than that. You have to do it as I type. Otherwise, what's the point? This one is the same thing, right? This one's not going to translate until I type decode. No, that's not good enough in 2024. Oh, it's ridiculous that it can't do it as we type it. Really, guys? Really? Really? This is the stuff that makes you hate the world. It's just all ads and all mess. Really, guys? Really? Really, really, really? Okay, Jesse, just relax. Just relax. I'm living in hell. Why is everything so bad and broken in this world? Finally. Oh my God, is that so hard? My God, is that really so hard? Was that really so hard? I know it isn't you. Okay, so he's sitting aside. James and Ed are sitting together. Ed is writing this, and he's saying, I know that the person sitting next to me is not really James. It's hiding. RMBLFIHPRM. It's hiding in your skin. I think it's going to try ZMW. It's going to try and W. I'm not sure what that letter is. WL HLNDG SRMT GLNV. It's going to try and do something to me. Yikes. But I don't know if I can bear. I don't know if I can bear GLWV UBMW NBH VOU to defend myself UILN from BLF from you. If something happens to me, I don't want you to blame yourself. RGRHM apostrophe GBLFI UZFOG. Okay, so I know there's someone sitting across from me. I know it isn't you. It's in your skin. I think it's going to try to do something to me. I can't bear to defend myself from you. If something happens to me, no, it's not your fault. We'll be together again soon. All right, well, this doesn't really help us. Maybe we'll take a screenshot of it in case we need it. But and this was a letter to James that Ed is writing. The thing that's a little bit confusing is that the reason we opened the black envelope is because I can find her if I look in the dark. And we were thinking maybe that was about this envelope. But this was what was in this envelope. That doesn't seem to be able to help us find her. Let me just make sure there's nothing else in this envelope. Doesn't appear to be. So, nothing on the opposite sides of these. So it looks like maybe that was not the clue about finding her in the dark. Was there anything in here? Remember, the main thing we were trying to do, I think, is find the password to the video. Anything in this message feels like it was pointing, suggesting a password? Not really. I think this was just a thematic message. So I don't think there's anything deeper in this. I could be wrong. Okay, let's go back to our other stuff then. We don't know why we're being told we're being given this, other than to just tell us how they care about each other. I'm going to put that over here. Definitely seems like the key for us is to figure out the video password. Okay. In the dark. It's twice we're being told about the dark. Is there something here? Like one of our decoded messages said, we have to do what she tells me. I wonder, is it possible that these glow in the dark? I'm just wondering if something here glows in the dark. These look like they could glow in the dark. Not really. But twice we're told in the dark. We have to do what she tells us to do. Going to happen. I can't stop it. I can hear her voice in the dark. And then this one says, I can find her if I look in the dark. Okay, you want to zoom in on this picture, huh? An interesting idea. I just don't see anything really. Okay, we haven't read this yet, so let's read this, and I think maybe if we compare this to the audio, maybe something will jump out, like some word will be missing or something. We haven't even done this yet, so clearly we need to go through this. Nothing on the back of this, right? No. Okay, let's go through the transcript. In fact, well, maybe we should listen to the audio while we read through this. Can we do that? Let's see. For the investigator, transcribed audio. All right, let's see if we can do this at the same time. If I'm right, this is the... Is this the transcript of this? Let's see. Reset audio.
Think it's still out there? Did you see it? What is it? Is it the witch?
I don't know.
We've been down here for an hour and we haven't heard it. I think it should be okay. That on your neck? Are you hurt?
It's nothing.
Now, let me take a look at it.
I said it's nothing, Ed.
Okay. Fine. I'll leave it. How long have you been out here?
A long time.
Are you okay to climb out?
Yeah. What?
Give me your hand. I'll help you up. You gotta see this.
What?
The house.
Ruins?
How? How is it ruins?
Because it is. Or it will be. Or it always has been.
I found Emma. And Ray. They're already...
I know.
What happened to them?
She got them.
She? You mean the witch?
Or a servant.
Look, there's someone on the outside, James. They can get us out of here. We can come back for Emma and Ray. Right now, we need to just get out of here.
Outside? I wouldn't count on them. Nothing can get out.
Why not?
The only way we can get out is if she wants us to.
Look at me, James. Look at me. Whatever she is, we can beat her. As long as we do it together. All right?
It's her. She's coming back.
Run! Run!
Why are we being given this? I hope I did so correctly, and I hope it helps you. Hogan says there are times when words aren't loud, but the volume one is bigger. Let's listen again. There were some parts where there's some mumbling in the background that I didn't quite get.
Think it's still out there? Did you see it? What is it? Is it the witch?
I don't know.
We've been down here for an hour and we haven't heard it. I think it should be okay. that on your neck? Are you hurt?
It's nothing.
Now, let me take a look at it.
I said it's nothing, Ed.
Okay.
This line here is reversed. Is that important? Like, listen, look at this line about here. Are you hurt? What's that on your neck?
We've been down here for an hour and we haven't heard it. I think it should be okay. That on your neck? Are you hurt?
It's nothing.
Now, let me take a look at it.
I said it's nothing, Ed.
Okay.
So,
Fine. I'll leave it.
so this line is transposed. Is that significant? What's that on your neck? Are you hurt? That's one. Let's just keep going.
How long have you been out here?
A long time.
Are you okay to climb out?
Yeah.
Kind of
What?
painful to
Give me
listen
your
to
hand.
this, isn't it?
A long time.
I'll leave it. How long have you been out here?
Said it's nothing, Ed.
Okay. Fine. I'll leave it. How long have you been out here?
A long time.
Are you okay to climb out?
Yeah. What?
Give me your hand. I'll help you up. You gotta see this.
What?
The house.
Ruins?
How? How is it ruins?
Because it is. Or it will be. Or it always has been.
I found Emma. And Ray. They're already.
I know.
What happened to them?
She got them.
She? You mean the
So-
witch?
Come on, guys. So there's another difference. Here, he says, I found Em and Ray, and he says they're already. And already is not in the transcript. This is transposed. I don't think this is anything. I'm just finishing this process of looking for discrepancies.
Or a servant.
Look, there's someone on the outside, James. They can get us out of here. We can come back for Emma and Ray. Right now, we need to just get out of here.
Outside? I wouldn't count on them. Nothing can get out.
Why not?
The only way we can get out is if she wants us to.
Look at me, James. Look at me. Whatever she is, we can beat her. As long as we do it. Together. All right?
It's her. She's coming back.
That's painful to listen to with that static. So I don't know how many times we're going to be able to do it. I transcribed what I could. I hope I did so correctly, and I hope it helps you. Don't understand that. That's a very weird thing. Why is it giving us a transcribed copy? Two discrepancies. Don't seem purposeful. How many letters were there for the password? It did look like we were told how many letters, didn't it? Let's go back and look at that again. So when we tried to play the video, we got a little bit of it.
This way, Ed.
And so the back of someone's head. And then it looks like we've got one. Oh, looks like we've got 5 letters. If that's to be believed. I'm not sure it is. 5 letters. If that's to be believed. So, okay, let's try our new strategy not to get frustrated by trying not to solve it, but by trying to work out a list of avenues and items. So what don't we understand? We don't understand the transcription, why it exists, what this little cryptic note about. I tried to do my best. I hope it helps you. Okay, so that's one issue we don't understand. What else do we not understand? What this blackened box on the map is about. What else don't we understand? We don't understand the line that says, I can find her if I look in the dark. That sounds like it might be glow in the dark issue or in the dark envelope. Okay, what else do we not understand? The letters, which are found on the teeth, on the rolled up tree, and on the carving. Okay, what else don't we understand? I suppose you could say that we don't really understand if this map means something. It kind of looks like it does, doesn't it? like it kind of looks like this might be significant. And then we don't know the video password, but I guess that's what we're hoping all of this will point towards. Let's see. I think I can find her if I look in the dark. So that could mean looking in here. It could mean something glowing in the dark or in the dark of a picture. Or it could mean in the dark of the video. The teeth don't appear to have a consistent use, but we're sort of, because we've got only 3 letters here that don't seem to make a word, but are E P L E and teeth. I mean, there are hands here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But 4, we do have 4 teeth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I mean, the teeth by themselves do spell out star. They aren't teeth. That's a good point. They're not teeth. They're finger bones. That's a good point. The guy was missing one finger. We did have the finger from before, didn't we? That we didn't know what to do with. Is that right? We had the finger from the other box. It was an E. So is that what we've got? That it's STAR from this set of 4 finger bones, and then we've got an E from the previous. If I look in the dark, is it stare? Is it stare? Or anything with these 5 letters? Marco says there was also the R and the H written here if we think we can combine all these letters. So where's our list of total letters? All right, if we're keeping track of all possible letters, then you could add the R and the H from the tree and the E from the other letter. But I wonder if we shouldn't try stare first as our password before we get all complicated. I mean, there has to be some use for this. And we don't really know that it's a 5-letter thing, but let's see if stare works here. S-T-A-R-E. Oh my God. Did that actually work? I think that worked. Gulp. All right, well done. I almost don't want to look at this. Now remember it said I can see her if I look in the dark. So I guess we're gonna try to see her looking in the dark. I really don't want to. I'm scared to do this. All right, here we go.
We've thought about salt rings. We've tried some type of sacrifice. Nothing's worked. Here's a research.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know. Myself. Nobody. Guess we're gonna try walking now. Again. James says hi, everyone. Or no one.
No one. No one can hear it. Not unless she wants them to.
Yeah, I know. I've heard it all before. And believe it or not, I'm actually getting sick of that. James, did you hear that? Ugh.
Okay, so there was a bunch of stuff we saw, including this figure. All right, that was good teamwork there. Including this figure and some letters down at the bottom, but they were part of that cipher, not... Is it going to let me watch that video again or what? No, it's going to make me go back. Okay. We have to do this again.
This way, right?
All right, so we have to do this one again. S-T-A-R-E. We'll have to pause it. We don't want to...
We've thought about salt rings.
Again.
We've tried.
Okay, let's just go to it now. And there we go. Okay. So let me do this so I can see it with you. Okay. So that is our thing, right? That is our exact thing. No differences there. Okay, exactly. And then we've got text at the bottom here. But all right. So what are we looking at here? It looks like SS87, but actually it's our code, which is the S's are S's. The S is an S, but the slanted 8 is our code for L, and that thing that looks like a 7 is our code for Y. So you can see there's what looks like the 7 is a Y, and this is the 8s are as an L, and the S is an S. SSLY. So I think this is just more letters to go into our master list here. SSLY. This is from the video. We've already used these. I mean, this looks like helplessly. 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 Or helpless. Don't know why we have a Y. Let's look at how many letters we are after. Okay. Let's count these here. Looks like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10, is that right? There's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I get 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Helplessly. Okay. Here we go. Yep. Oh boy. Okay. Everyone ready?
Oh. James? James? We're back here? God, how are we back here again?
We're back again. It's the same thing that happened to them.
James? James, where are you? James? 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 James?
They're happier this way. Happier now that they're together.
What do you mean?
I'll show you.
Okay. What have we got now? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 13 it looks like. Now I want to know if it's going to be R and H. Is it going to be Robert and Hattie? He said he's going to show us. He said they're happier this way. And we said, what do you mean? And he said, I'm going to show you. And I'm wondering now if this is going to be our last R and H, Robert and Hattie. Let's see what we've got here. Robert. That's 6. And then Hattie is 12. And then the plus. Robert and Hattie, which is the last thing here. So it's not Hattie, it's Harriet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's too many letters. Not Hattie, it's Harriet. Did I miscount? Is it really 14 letters? That would make a lot more sense. Surely this is the right answer, don't you think? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 letters. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But she's got 2 T's. That's 8 letters. That would be 14. It can't, if it's just Rob, that's not enough. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's count the letters. Maybe I've got it wrong. Let's count it again. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 letters. That's 13 letters. John says, Logan says, so far the password is stare helplessly. But how about into the dark? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're looking for 13. I mean, stare helplessly into the dark makes sense. What about spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Into space, the space, dark is 13. Stare helplessly. I can find her if I look into the dark. Jonathan says, I would be stuck on these passwords forever. Okay, let's try it. I think it was insightful to realize that these passwords seem to be combined into a larger phrase. And okay, well, let's see if it works before we start crowing about it. INTO space THE space DARK. You think it's going to work? Yes, that was it. Ugh, now we have to watch 3 minutes. This is not, this is causing stress. All right. But so far, we've been doing pretty good with these passwords. All right. I think this could be it, because this seems like it's going to complete a phrase here. Let's take a little break here. Everyone just shake out your nerves. I really don't want to watch this last 3 minutes, but we have to. All right, we're going to take an 8-minute break. We'll come back. We'll watch this video. If you have some loved ones, hold them dear. I'll see you in 8 minutes. Okay, we're back. We're about to watch this video that I am nervous to watch. But we have figured out the last password, and the complete set of 3 passwords therefore say stare helplessly into the dark. We don't know that this is the end of the game. For all we know, there's more after this, but this does feel like the finale. And it does feel scary. Okay, so could we just call it an end here and just end the stream here? I mean, would that really be so bad to just leave us all wondering? Doesn't seem like we really have to go through this. Logan says absolutely not. All right, well, here we go. All right.
It's the only way we can be together.
James, are you all right?
Rosemary's happier out here.
James, man, what is that? What do you have?
Maybe we'll all be happy if we can all be together!
James! God!
One big, happy
James? Oh my God. James? What did I do? What did you do? What did I do? Keep going. I found you. I found
Whoa, are we back in time? It's the Kent house.
Who's there? The museum is closed. You need to leave.
Well, I guess that's it. I'm not sure I really understood that last. Our guy sort of seemed like he traveled back in time and has become. Is he the creature now? John says, is it implying that Ed became the man that lured Liam into the woods in season 1? He did say thanks for the help. We could go on the website and see what it's going to explain to us. Okay, but let's go over what we knew. He killed James. He defended himself against James, or the creature that took over James, and he got out of the woods. And when he got out of the woods, it seems like he was traveled back in time, and he went to the Kent's house and gave Liam a notebook, writing in the notebook, and then he went to the museum in the basement. I think Ed has become the creature. I think Ed became the creature we met in season 1. Yeah, he became this wood creature who is sort of our friend, sort of not. And in season 1, that wood creature who spoke in these riddles, this weird symbol language that's been writing, that's what Ed has become. Yes, that's it. Perry says, I think that's right. Logan, the time travel makes it a loop. We help that happen. That's right. We have helped create the occurrences that triggered season 1. Well, I'm curious to hear what everyone thought. I'm curious to see if the website solution hint, I mean, the game, we finished it. We want to talk about it. If you've joined me for this playthrough, I hope you will stay around to offer your thoughts. Logan says, should we feel good about this or bad? No, I don't think you would call this a happy ending. Definitely not. But I am curious to see if the Hunt a Killer solution site gives us an answer, confirms our understanding. Let's see if we can't bring it up and see what it says. Okay, so the hints for this session. Okay, let's see. So this is our recap. Sort through the final documents, try to unlock the video. Okay. So we figured that out. Epilogue, corrupted video transcript, click to reveal solution. Okay, let's see what this says for solution. The objective for this episode is to look for clues in the box which will unlock the corrupted video. ultimately revealing the fates. Okay, it tells us how to solve it, which we figured out. And how to get all the letters helplessly. This time it gives no indication how long a phrase is needed. Yes, it does. Type this final phrase beside the corrupted video. Okay, so it doesn't give us any more information. It takes us right to where we watched the video. But let's see. They've got, if you host episode 6 audio transcript, is there some post episode 6 audio? Is this the video we just read? Just watched? Yes. Okay, so here's the transcript of what we saw. Okay, who are you talking to? No one. Trips. Glitches out. The video glitches with static. Okay, so we did all this. Ed continues to pan the camera, catches a sudden sight of James facing a corner. Dangling from the trees are 4 stick figures, too small and too large. They're happier this way, happy that they're together. What do you mean? I'll show you. Okay, and then this is all in the video we watched. Rosemary's happier out here. What do you have? We'll be happy if we can all be together. There's emotion. They struggle. And Ed hits him with a stone and cracks his skull. What did I do? James is dead. And then here we go. The forest comes to life. So and so. Okay. And then we're in daytime. Okay. We're in the woods during the bright day. Ed pants as he moves. His breasts are ragged. Camera faces out. We can see vague outline of a man-made structure. A house. Hear a child's voice. Liam, fetch, Tank. That's when we heard that the dog was alive, so we were back in time. Ed's laughing to himself. I found you. Ed drops his camera. The footage cuts. Half open window. It's dark. Ed lifts his hand. We can see him gently slide Liam's notebook into the window with a gentle laugh. That sounds nothing like his usual voice. Now he's in a basement. We know he's in the museum. Ed laughs maliciously. Camera twirls, cutting away. We're once again walking with Ed through the woods. There's a woman's scream from somewhere. Ed turns the camera to follow it. It's Rosemary saying Tristan Liam. Ed moves slowly, methodically. We eventually see him come upon a cell phone lying in the forest floor. We saw that. I didn't really understand what that was. He puts down his camera on a nearby rock, and we see him stoop down to pick up the phone. But he is not Ed anymore, at least not entirely. He's wearing a long, dark coat and is covered with mud and leaves. A long beard has grown over his face, and he's smiling through it as he records the Kent family on their own cell phone. Okay, so I didn't 100% get that he was, I got that he was all full of mud, but this must tie into season 1 in a way we didn't quite remember, but we were still clearly right about what's happened, that it's gone back to season 1. Now, there's clearly some extra audio. But before we look at the transcript of it, how would we get that? It feels like we should be, it feels like we should, maybe they'll email it to you. Yes. It's not in here. I mean, there is this whole thing where it's pretending to send you stuff, but we never had it work. Never sent us anything extra. Let me come away from this and go to my email and see if there's any chance that it sent anything. No, there's no extra emails. Let's go back. I mean, we'll, at the very least, we could look at the transcript, but I wonder if instead this list had the actual audio. Is there, we don't want episode 5, we want episode 6. Okay, let's see if there lets us look at the audio. Lost Colony of Roanoke audio. Looks like they had this whole between episodes email that you would get. I'm not sure why we didn't get that. Hidden items, physical documents and items, digital documents. Bonus content delivered via email. Bonus content delivered via email. Didn't look like that was all working. I did put in my email, but it didn't seem to do anything. Post episode 6 audio transcript. I mean, that's what we want. It's just we'd rather listen to the actual audio. Not sure. Post episode 6. Doesn't say it was emailed. Do you think it's this? Upon completion, gotta be this. Epilogue super neutral episode, bonus content delivered via email upon completion. But it's not gonna let us access that, huh? The following contains spoilers for a final audio epilogue. I would kind of like to see that. Do you think we could search for it? Let's see. Would it be publicly accessible though? Blair Witch Season 2 The Killer Post Episode 6 audio. And we could read it, but It's really too hard for me to do this from the tablet. From a desktop, I can mess with this stuff, but I just can't really do it from a tablet and keep my sanity. We could, let's see, if we go to the chat. This doesn't work. I was just hoping it would ask me about, like it did ask me for my email. Wow, that's weird. This isn't even. Whoa, did you watch it? Did you watch it? Did you watch it? You watch? Boy, he's lost his mind. That's creepy. But it still doesn't look like it wants to give it to me. Let's see. If I go to my email, I can't. What about spam or something? No. There's a field for email and talk of permissions on the hint page. So there's nothing in my spam. Let's see. I'm logged into co-op for 2. There's nothing in the spam. All right. Well, I do hope you'll stick around to talk with me about the experience, but we've been doing this for several nights. Let's not give up so easily. Let's see what we've got here. Let's see if we can't find this podcast. There's Ed. There's James. So this is all from box 6. Okay, so nothing happened here. Okay, let's go back to our hints. Let me see what some suggestions were. I mean, feel free to try to find this on your own and give me the link. What we're looking for is not this, not the between episode 5 and 6, but this. Post episode 6 epilogue audio. That's what we want to find the audio for, so we can listen to it. Someone can do some searching and see if they can find it. I mean, we're at member site. This is what we want. We are. There's no episode 7. Strange, because I've complained about this before. I've complained about Hunt a Killer wanting you to sign up your email for their subscriptions, but it feels to me like it should have been emailing us all along, but it hasn't been. I assume that's because it's broken. I think I put in the correct email. I'm fairly certain. Sign up. Okay. Maybe this is an explicit thing here. Okay. co-op42@gmail.com. Okay, maybe they want me to sign up again. Look at this. By opting in, you consent to receive promotional emails. This is what I complained about to Hunt the Killer before. This is... Now you'll receive periodic bonus content. Well, I already did that before. So, but we're going to do it again. And now I'm going to sign up using my real email. I'll have to unsubscribe later. But could be that Gmail is blocking all these spam emails from Hunt the Killer because people have reported them as spammers. But let's see if this makes any difference. There's still nothing. All right, well, there's nothing I can do. It's just not going to... It's not going to do it. And the shame is on Hunt a Killer for doing it this way. That's a real shame. All right, well, the best we can do is to read it instead of being able to listen to it. And shame on Hunt the Killer. All right, let's not let it throw us off. Fading to the introduction by our hosts Kristen Flanagan and Sean Bauman. How long is this that we're gonna have to do? Page. Not so bad. Okay. Welcome to Super Neutral, the pint-sized paranormal podcast that pits a believer like Ed Barrett against the skeptic like James Durant. I'm Kristen Flanagan, and I'm Sean Bauman. Obviously, this is a difficult time, but we didn't want to leave all of the Super Neutral listeners out there in the dark. Yep, Ed and James have been officially declared missing, alongside Emma Parker and Ray Keel, two production assistants hired for their investigation in Burkittsville. And it's hard. It's really hard. I think you and I, Sean, we were trying to keep a brave face, but the fact of the matter is that for a while now, we've been trying to check in with Ed and James, and we've had issues ourselves. Honestly, I don't want to speak for you, but I always just hoped that they were busy, that they were working and making the show. I think I probably talked to Ed once in all of this. Same. And look, Burkittsville has a reputation. That's why Ed and James went there in the first place, right? They were trying to find out if there was any truth to this story of the Blair Witch, and that story led to this. Can I just say I refuse to believe that a witch is involved in any of this? Even after the topics we've covered recently, by far the biggest takeaway is you can't trust everyone you meet. That the great outdoors can be dangerous. Sean, look. Maybe the story of the Blair Witch is like the will-o-wisps, right? It was something shiny and attention-grabbing, and it lured them out there. That's what we know. I'm just saying this. Maybe this should make people think twice about looking for the Blair Witch. I don't know. I just hope they're able to figure out what happened. Missing is not the same as gone forever, I don't know. When you go missing in the Black Hills Forest, it kind of is. I mean, if history tells us anything. Well, in any case, we wanted to come on here and talk directly to all of you. We know this show means a lot to people. Even more, we know Ed and James were like friends to many of you. They were our friends too. I don't know what the future holds for Super Neutral, but this will always be Ed and James' show. Yeah, well, Thanks for listening, everyone. Kristen and I will be following the investigation into Ed and James' disappearance in the hopes that maybe we can get some idea of what happened to them. With any luck, this won't be the end of the story. Either way, I'm really grateful you were all so accepting of Sean and me carrying the torch here in these minisodes, and maybe we'll talk again soon. But one last time, we decided to play a throwback clip that would let Ed and James take us out. Kristen plays an old clip of Ed and James signing off. So thank you all for joining us, and hope you learned something interesting and had a spooky time doing it. We'll see you in the next minisode, but until that time comes, it's safe to turn out the lights. Or is it? All right, so there we go. Hunter Killer let us down a little bit in the end, just to remind us that they've got issues, but I think we had a pretty good time in the end. Let's do this. Let's take our 5-minute break. We'll come back, clear heads, and talk about the experience over 6 episodes. I want to hear what you think. We're down to 10 viewers, but we've still got a couple people that hung with us till the end here. I'm curious what you thought of the experience, especially if you played season 1 with me 12 months ago, how it compares. I'll see you in 5 minutes. We'll talk about it. Okay, we're back to talk about our experience playing Blair Witch Season 2 from Hunt a Killer. It's been almost exactly a year since we played Season 1. We try to play these spooky games in October. We had quite a positive experience playing Season 1. And we were warned at the time. Last year, Season 2 was already out. I don't remember exactly when this came out, but both seasons were out at the time. And we were warned very clearly from people who have played both that Season 2 was bad. Don't bother with it, I believe, was the basic take-home message. And so it wasn't clear whether we were going to play it at all. But then we heard some mixed things. A couple people said, yeah, you should go ahead and play it. Don't expect it to match Season 1. It's totally different. It's its own thing, but it's worth playing. So now that we've played it, it would be interesting to see how long it took us to play Season 1 and Season 2, but I believe we took about the same amount of time. I think we may have played Season 1 in 3 nights of 2 boxes each. And this time we played the first 2 evenings just 1 box each. But then we caught up. But it feels like about the same amount of time. Okay, before I check in with the chat, people are talking about what they thought. Let me give some quick first gut thoughts, though. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I think overall, as a whole, I definitely don't agree with the people that said to give it a pass, that it's not worth playing, that it's bad. I don't think so at all. I think the multimedia elements of this, the atmospheric, thematic experience of playing the physical components, the website with the forum posts, and the audio and the video, that multimedia, as a total set, I think both Season 1 and Season 2 were exceptionally good at capturing that scary multimedia experience. And they had different vibes, but this one started out, I thought, like it's going to be a sort of family-friendly, tongue-in-cheek story of this podcast. But really, it did get quite dark by box 4. And in the end, it's a fully dark, adult, scary story. And I think this time travel loop going back was actually pretty satisfying to me at the end. So I think as a total storytelling experience, this was actually very good. To me, at least, I bought into this idea. It's a podcast following the Tracking Down Supernatural with the skeptics. And they revisit this town, and it was even filling in, like, I thought this was going to be a completely independent story than Season 1. The fact that it tied into it was actually a very pleasant surprise. And this whole story of the podcast people getting caught up in this and killed and stuff, I found that very satisfying from a horror standpoint. Not bad at all. And the production quality of these little things was all good. The multimedia, the audio, the video, the acting was all good. The only part where there were some slip-ups was in the first half of the game, the first half of the boxes, the puzzles. And we had one puzzle. Actually, there was only really one puzzle that really was painful. And that was the radio tower puzzle. And that was just inexplicable. The first puzzle caused me to suffer, but I wouldn't call that a problem with the puzzle. I think that was a reasonable puzzle. And there were some parts of puzzle. There were a couple things that happened that was a little off. And as is being pointed in the chat, I promise I will get to the chat in a second and read your comments. But there were a couple places where we were like, is the box over? Or what does the box want us to do? And a couple places where it was like, the first thing to do is this, or actually, there was a part where it said like, the mission is to do this, and we got that in the first 30 seconds. We were like, does it really want us to put this in now? So there were a couple of things that were little hiccups there, and two boxes where we weren't sure if we were at the end. And then a couple places where the website was going to kind of malfunctioning, and we could have run into some real trouble there. Jonathan saved us a little bit. So a little bit of flakiness with the website. It's a couple years old. Who knows what's going on there? But aside from those bugs, actually, the website system, the illusion of this website that was updating with the forum posts in the background and the chat and the emails, conceptually, that actually worked very well and was fully immersive. So just some issues with that, really. And I would say for some of the puzzles, some missed opportunities. And it's hard to criticize because so much work went into this, and especially producing the documents. But whether it was with the radio tower or the location reports, it did feel like there were a couple times when there was so much rich documentation, so much rich stuff in the documents that the puzzle was kind of like, oh, you just have to look in the surface of it. You don't really have to dig down deep into it to solve it. And that was a little bit unfortunate. And I think, with that radio tower puzzle, I really tore into the puzzle people at Hunt a Killer, letting the rest of the group down. And I think they redeemed themselves for the most part in some of this later stuff. But really, that is the weak part of this experience, the puzzles. They are not particularly deep and subtle. I did very much enjoy the figuring out the code again for this creature. I'd be curious to know if it was the same code as season 1, if you could have reused it. But that was the real weakness. I think at the end here, these last couple boxes, though, I really did have fun. And I think the group really did well with figuring out those last passwords in this box. We were sort of on our game at the end there, and that was pretty enjoyable. The whole wrap-up, though, with the video was great. So I would recommend it. I would absolutely recommend this. And the set of the season 1, season 2, absolutely a fun experience. Part of it would depend on how much you have to pay for these. Originally, these boxes were like $150, $200 for the set. But then at the end, by the time they were closing down, you could get this for like $50. I mean, at $50, it's a real bargain. All right, let's see what the channel thought. I'm going to have to scroll up here a little bit. Okay, Marco says, quality materials production's high. Why am I not showing? There, okay. Quality of production, materials from production is high. Story is interesting, well written. This game is not my cup of tea. Jonathan says, overall positive experience. Definitely some bumps. Luckily, I had a much smoother back half when it came to the puzzles. Marco says, overall, I was not very impressed with the quality and variety of puzzles in such a long game. Too often Morse code was used, which in my opinion makes little sense. I think the game was much like the movie, intense, no real ending. You're lost in a strange time loop. Marco says, I prefer something else in games where puzzles are the focus. I do agree. Like, puzzles weren't the super focus here. It was much more a narrative and spending time decoding the messages. But because I was so engaged in the creepiness of the messages and the story, I had fun unpacking those hidden messages. Jonathan Warner says, it was a little odd that for the final episode it involved an item from a previous box. All the other boxes felt pretty self-contained. Yes, that was a little interesting, though. It was a cool aha moment to realize 4 finger bones, we're missing one. It's the one extra letter. It sort of brought everything into alignment in a way that I found quite satisfying. It was a little odd, though. DJ Monica says, I didn't play season 1, so the ending didn't hit me really. Most of the time, there was only one real puzzle per box. Lots of elements that weren't used for anything. None of the puzzles were super clever, but it delivered story-wise for the most part. I think that's right. John says, I think season 1 did have a little more of a gripping beginning because it involved the disappearance of the story. I definitely agree with you. Season 1 had a more gripping beginning. This one was a slower build. Logan says, I like season 2 a little less, but I was expecting something much worse. Season 1 had a map, direction puzzle that really killed us. The stuff here that was rough was solvable. Definitely tells a full story together. I think that's true in a way I didn't expect. In that way, it exceeded expectations. That this did feel like a continuation. Jonathan says, Box 4 was probably my favorite in terms of story. Enjoyed the odd element of it being unclear if Rob was really with them or not. I think together it's better than either separately. Bonus stuff was available last year for season 1. I wish it was still available. Looked around, didn't find it. They should put something that tells you when you finished a box. I enjoyed getting little updates in box 5 when we directed Ed through the woods. The verisimilitude was good, is very good with Hunt the Killer. I love the treatment of the documents. The archive scanned the history instead of just having the document by itself. Logan says, I have season 1 and 2 of a Hunt the Killer sci-fi horror series I haven't played yet. Maybe next Halloween I can hand it off to you at Gen Con. Would have liked an epilogue to Rob's story. Yes, it is weird that we didn't get Rob, but I guess it feels like that creature was jumping from man to man. So it jumped from Rob to James, and then from James to us, to Ed at the end. But yeah, it might have been nice to hear what happened to Rob. Did we didn't hear, right? Did he die? Did he get killed? I can't remember. I think I would have liked to see Ed turn more into that creature. That would have been a little more satisfying to see that creature at the end. One thing you can say, though, is that this really was the right game to play in our October spooky, creepy month, because this really did give that vibe. We haven't played... The closest we've come to this, other than Blair Witch, was in playing through The Messenger, which is another deluxe, harder box. That was similar, but I do think if you're a game designer, this is a lesson of how you make these kinds of games scary. You really do need some multimedia, and it's more forgiving of sort of B-level acting and stuff. You really can still convey fear and scariness and creepiness. This thing where these people were getting transformed into creatures. I mean, it was creepy. I was scared to watch those last videos. What are we going to do next year when there's no Blair Witch Season 3? We're running out of these games. I'm not sure they're making them fast enough for us. Okay, any other final thoughts before we... Am I all caught up? Any other final thoughts before we wrap this up? 4:09 a.m. Saturday, early morning Saturday. We still have a couple more creepy games to play this October. We're not done yet. We've still got Never House on the wall and Root of All Evil, a really deluxe one. 2 deluxe scary games. I'm not sure we should play both of them this year. We might consider spreading them out. Derek says, sorry if you didn't get my message. Have you ever looked into the Warwick riddle from Deadbolt Mystery Society? So Deadbolt Mystery Society has, which we've played a whole bunch of on this channel, has made a scary podcast called the Warwick something podcast, and they've announced a game based on it. I don't know if it's started yet or if it's kickstarting, but it's a tie-in with their podcast, with the Warwick podcast. So yes, we should look into that and play it. There's another mail-based, there's 2 more mail-based horror games. One we talked about earlier called Scare Mail, which is a horror story told via mail deliveries. But I've just discovered another one that looks like it's a bit more of a game issue, game-based horror mail system. And I will talk about that during one of the updates, or maybe I'll talk about it Sunday when we wrap up our Dear Homes. Marco says, what about tonight? I think what we should do, since we've played 6 hours today, we should probably not plan on anything on Saturday. I've got more coding to do for New York Noir, so maybe I'll spend Saturday doing that, or it's possible I'll do something on Saturday that is scheduled at the last minute, or we'll play something longer on Sunday. That would probably be smarter. We were thinking about whether we should play a fan case, Sherlock Holmes fan case on Sunday. So maybe we'll do that. Where's my schedule here? Let me bring this up. So here's what we've got tentatively on our schedule. So nothing on Saturday tentatively, but on Sunday, look how it says 2 more. That's not very helpful, is it? On Sunday, I had that we played Dear Holmes, but we might also play a Sherlock Holmes Consulting Detective fan case or Curious Jasper Park. Those are all options, but I need to get a little sleep before I can figure out with a clear mind what we should do. So it may be that we do nothing tomorrow and something longer on Sunday, or we'll see. All right, anything else before we sign off here? Derek, if you could fill us in a little bit more about the Warwick riddle. I know it's new. I know it's based on a podcast. I know there are episodes of the podcast you can listen to. I just have a memory that they've announced a new game based on it, but I don't remember the details. Logan says, I had a blast. Really appreciate these 2 seasons over the last 2 Octobers. Jonathan says, good job. Well, we had this was real teamwork on this one for sure. All right. if there's nothing else. Hard to have a conversation, or hard to ask questions and get answers with the delay from YouTube. Maybe they'll fix that soon. It would be nice if YouTube could get the lag down to a second or so. It would make life a little more enjoyable. All right. Well, I had a blast. I think I'll be able to sleep well tonight, even though that was a scary ending there, but I enjoyed it. I enjoyed spending time. I'm very grateful for this group to be able to share these experiences and have company. I'll see some of you on Sunday for Dear Homes, maybe something else on Sunday or Saturday. See you then.